A justice on New York's Supreme Court has written an op-ed for the New York Times, and he makes the case for marijuana legalization, especially medicinal marijuana legalization. So this is Judge Gustin Reichbach, and on his 62nd birthday, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. The doctors told him that he only had about 3 to 4 months to live. Now, 3.5 years later, he's still alive, and he's going through treatments, chemotherapy, radiation, and it's just grueling. It's really harsh on his body. And he says that he's tried everything to get his appetite back up, deal with the pain. He's taken prescription medication. But he says, look, I take prescription medication and all of a sudden I have issues with my other organs. So there is another solution, and that solution for me has been marijuana. Okay, so I want to give you a piece of his op-ed. He says, inhaled marijuana is the only medicine that gives me some relief from nausea, stimulates my appetite, and makes it easier to fall asleep. The oral synthetic substitute, Marinol, prescribed by my doctors was useless. Rather than watch the agony of my suffering, friends have chosen at some personal risk to provide the substance. I find a few puffs of marijuana before dinner gives me ammunition in the battle to eat. A few more puffs at bedtime permits desperately needed sleep.
Why are we in people's lives? Why are we in their business, man? I think if you're a libertarian, or theoretically if you're a conservative, if you actually cared about ideology and principle, the idea of getting into having big government, getting into somebody's private life so much that you're saying, well, you know, I know you're really sick and I know you're suffering, but I want you to take this and not that, okay? And I want you to do this, but not that. No conservative that actually has any sense of what their principles ought to be, that understands their principles at all, should be in favor of that.
Aren't libertarians faced with a conundrum when it comes to this issue? Because libertarians are for big business, right? They're in favor of allowing businesses to prosper. And in the case of marijuana, you know, there are for-profit prisons that prosper. At some point, it'll be pharmaceutical companies. But at the same time, they're socially liberal. And in this case, they're not being socially liberal. I mean, some of them are, don't get me wrong, right? So it's a little bit of a tug of war. And I'm curious to see how they come out on this.
I think libertarians have been more principled on this than conservatives overall, by a long shot, right?